Nothing, nothing. We don't talk about nothing no more. Nothing, nothing. We don't talk about nothing no more. Nothing, nothing. We don't talk about nothing no more. Feels like I've been doing way too much, babe. Feels like I've been working through your stuff, babe. Over time, lately it's been getting kind of tough, babe. Feels like say something, something, 'cause we don't talk about nothing no more. No, nothing, nothing.
Hey. Welcome to Em All Sis, the podcast. I am your host, Erica Alston Buck, and I'm having a hot flash. This shit ain't right. All my life I had to fight. Give me a second. Welcome. I'm still hot as shit, and I'm glistening right now. Did you see the shine jump up on my forehead? I'm your host, Erica Alston Buck, and I'm here each and every Sunday for Em All Sis, the podcast, where we talk about all things dating. The good, the bad, the ugly, the broke, the doing all right for themselves and others. Big dicks, little dicks, and all that other shit y'all got me doing, taking one for the team, because I'm out here in these single streets doing the investigative reporting, coming back to you each and every Sunday night at 8:30 to tell you ain't shit changed. And there is still pee in the dating pool. Hello, Antoine. How are you? And Von Carter. We got a lot of people here already. Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome to Em All Sis. If this is your forever time, welcome back. We are just good friends that sit back and have conversation about my fucked up weeks. Sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they're not. And right now, they're okay. So last week we talked about, what did we talk about? It was Another Look, Second Chances, Dating is Dead with Angela and Lakia. Oh, welcome. Dating ain't dead. Good evening. I'm glad you're here to join me. We talked, last week's topic was Another Look, Second Chances, Not Settling. Because, we had another, can I call them relationships? We had another thingy. I don't know what the fuck to call them. So I had a boyfriend for a week. This is my second time having a boyfriend for a week. I remember we've got one that we call 7 whole days. And now we've got one that we're calling Second Chance. Because I was here, I was excited, and all of you guys are here with me. Are you cuffed or not? I'm cuffed. I'm absolutely cuffed. But cuffing season ends Valentine's Day. So I'm going to try to make it to spring. I'm going to try to make it beyond cuffing season. But beyond spring is hot girl summer. And hot bitch summer. So I'm prepared. And the reason, look, I'm animated because you guys can't see my producer Andre backstage fucking laughing and finding me entertaining when I'm talking about my real goddamn life. So I'm trying to make it beyond Valentine's Day. What you say? You're going to be a mess with hot flashes in the summer. How does that even work? I was just telling my client, like, yesterday we were walking to the garage and he's like, well, maybe, he said your hot flashes should hit you at more opportune moments, like while we're out here in the cold. I said, that don't being out in the cold getting a hot flash. I don't get what that shit don't. So hot flashes in the summer. I should have got that BBL over the winter because I'm be naked in the motherfucker. I'm just not wearing any clothes. Like right now, it's fuck, 2 tops and bathing suits. Cheers. Right now, I don't even wear a coat. And y'all talking about how cold it was yesterday. And I wish that I could relate. It was freezing. It was freezing. No, the fuck it wasn't. I have no coat. I put a scarf and a hat on. And trust and believe, that motherfucking hat and scarf came off. I don't want to take this fucking wig off. But I don't want to scare him yet. So anyway, last week we talked, it was another look, second chances, and not settling. Because we established last week that what's the topic? So if you're new here, understand that I have ADHD and I bounce around a lot, but I'll always get back to the topic once somebody tells me what the fucking topic is. So getting out of your own way and allowing ourselves to be cared for. Oh, yes. So I hope that you guys are discovering and learning as I do, because all of this has been like this one big learning experience. So when people are like, date them all, why the fuck are you dating them all? I believe that dating multiple people and being like freely, openly dating multiple people, you get to learn more about yourself than you do other people. I think in this journey, I personally, and if you have been taking this journey with me, we are learning what we like, what we don't like, what we're capable of compromising, what the fuck we ain't compromising for. Like we learned what our deal breakers are, what our non-negotiables are. We have established boundaries and are respecting our own boundaries and demanding that other people respect our boundaries. Like that's what's happened for me over this year. Oh, and understand that we are approaching 1 year. Andre, did you know that? Because I got a Facebook memory that was the 28-day self-care challenge. And last year in February, we went through this 28-day self-care challenge. And that was my preamble to launching the podcast on March 1st. So we are approaching a 1-year anniversary. So thank you so much, guys. Dating is dead said something. Definitely been a learning experience. Absolutely. It makes me ambidextrous. That part E. Hey there, Miss Graham. Okay, so I'm talking about like what we've learned in this experience, what I've learned. So the whole world knows what kind of man I date, what kind of men I don't date. The world knows that I am capable of throwing my whole list of requirements out the window for some good dick. Like, he gotta have this. Like, I ain't got none of that, but the dick is good. So we've had that experience. Yeah. So with that being said, we all have our list. We all have our boxes that absolutely need to be checked, right? Like I'm not out here with a motherfucker that don't have a job. I'm not out here. What did I? Was the dick good? He good job next week. I'm so sorry. If you went to church today, I hope you prayed for me. I don't know how to be anybody else but myself. I'm so glad that the only room next to me is my empty room because my kid has gone back to school, because people will probably think, what the fuck is going on over there? Anyway, so we all have our list. I told you a long time ago to shuck, throw away, dismiss what the fuck your type is. Like, I don't have a type. I don't have a type. And I think when you narrow your selection down to, I only date men that are over 6'2", that are dark, that are bald, with a beard, whatever, that's just limiting your options and narrowing your playing field. So I don't believe in types. But I do have my must-haves. One didn't have matching furniture. Why you do that to me, Drea? Don't remind me of my past mistakes. And D trying to say, yep. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, one didn't have matching furniture. And his dick was just mediocre too, wasn't it? Oh, do you remember? How you gonna have non-matching furniture and whack dick? One or the other. I'm telling you, I've been out here like, y'all just threw me out to the fucking wolves, and I resurfaced with a motherfucker that don't have matching furniture, and then you gonna throw it back in my goddamn face. Y'all not my friends. How's 31 doing? Why y'all know all my business? Because I tell y'all all my business. Y'all want to know how 31's doing? I don't fucking know. How about that? So I saw 31 a week or so ago. After I had a pause. Had a pause. Had a little break from my 7-day boyfriend. I broke up my boyfriend at 7 days because I ain't like his shoes. Shut your mama. I ain't like his shoes. And I said, I don't want to see him no more. And Andrea is backstage cracking up because there was an instant, Andrea and I were sitting next to each other, and I was like, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I'm not going to see him anymore. And she was like, Erica, you can't stop seeing people for that. Then I say another reason, I'm not doing it because of this. And she's like, you can't stop. She ain't my mama. But that's how she was talking. Erica, you can't stop seeing that man because you don't like the way he chews. Erica, you can't break up with that man because he ended his sentence with a preposition. Yes, the fuck I can. Yes, you can. You can break up with anybody you want to for whatever fucking reason you want to on whatever day you like to do it. So let's rewind a little. How's 31? Okay, I saw 31. I'm go that. And then I got back with 7 whole days. Not 7 whole days. That's somebody else. We got back with Second Chance. So I don't see 31 anymore because I am dating one person right now, today, Sunday, at 8:45 p.m. Anyway, we like Second Chance. We like Second Chance a lot. And we started seeing Second Chance exclusively after 7 days. I don't know how much time you need to make a decision that you're in a relationship. I'm still from I like you. Do you like me? Check yes, check no. You my girlfriend, and that's what me and 7 whole days did. Second chance. It's fucking ain't not 7 whole days. 7 whole days. That's somebody else. Erica. Second chance. Second chance. We're talking about second chance. Second chance became your boyfriend in 7 days, but he's not the one we call 7 whole days. His name is Second Chance. All right. So why do we like second? That's air conditioning. Thank you, Jesus. We like Second Chance because Second Chance checked all my. I think he's attractive. He is funny. He's smart. We have such a great. Our vices match. I think that's the most important thing. You can find me on a bar stool on any given day, and you can find him on a bar stool. You might pop up on me at Horseshoe or Live Casino, and guess what? You might pop up on him at Horseshoe or Live Casino. That's like if you've got any little vice and you date somebody the opposite of that, you got people counting your money, checking up on you. So when your vices match, look, because we can do that shit together. What did Turner say? No, you were worried about what others thought about his shoes and pocket. No, I didn't. Nuh-uh. No, I was not. No, that is not your statement. And you don't like PDA. He set you straight. No, nope. None of that's true. I ain't give a fuck what nobody thought about his shoes. We established that I didn't like his shoes. I thought his shoes were cheap. I don't care if you think his shoes are cheap. I thought his shoes were cheap. If you don't know nothing else about me, I don't give a fuck what people think about anything. I thought his shoes were cheap, and I didn't like that, and I decided I'm not dating somebody to wear cheap shoes. Okay, that's what we thought the problem was. Then I went to therapy, and my therapist said, Erica, that's not what was wrong. I said, because I couldn't figure out, like, why was I so angry that I didn't like his shoes? And how old am I, 12? I was so upset about that man walked in. I saw Andrea said, you were angry the moment you looked at his shoes and his little pocket square. And I was so angry. And then I was mean the rest of the night. It was bad. So our topic again tonight, and I'm gonna put that all in there because allowing people to care for you. Right, because that sounds childish. Absolutely. How old are you? Goddamn 12. So there's levels to this shit. So on the surface, it seems like I was making a decision over some superficial, physical, material, like non-tangible thing that's not important to anybody. So I am a person that is always learning, always seeking, always wanting to be better, do better, be the best version of me. My only competition is the Erica that I was at 8:45. Right now, I've got to be better than her. So because I don't make decisions like that. Fuck is wrong? Why am I making this decision? So I go to therapy, and my therapist, I'm asking him, like, why the fuck was I so upset? And my therapist said, you weren't upset about his. Hey there, Catrice Woodland. You weren't upset about his shoes. You didn't break up with him because you thought his shoes were cheap. You were angry because your fantasy wasn't met. He said that I had created in my head what I expected him to arrive at. Some crazy bitch shit, right? But it gets deeper because I've been in therapy again. And I called Second Chance. I'm sorry, guys. The air conditioner is blowing blonde strands of hair. You can't see them, but I feel them. So I'm not geeking. I'm not being crazy. It's hair on my face. I missed him. Okay, so why was it okay to say yes in 7 days? Attentive, right? He's very, very, very attentive. He hears what I say when I'm not even fucking talking to him, right? I want to do this, or I like this, or one day I would like to. He hears all that shit and then he does it. Like that, check, check, check. He's very attentive. And he's very intentional about me and about us, right? I love that. He is available. Like, we always chasing somebody that don't have fucking time for us. They go to hair again. And I've said 1,000 times, men that want you make time for you. Men that don't make excuses as to why they can't make time for you. So we don't have this problem with Second Chance. He's all, not always, he works, he's got his own, and this is very important too. He's employed. And I remember when we first started this podcast, and we are talking about my must-haves and my requirements. Like everybody believes that I only am interested in like some wealthy. I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but that's not the only. I like that, and my experiences have been with those types of people, and my experience has also been that it doesn't last very long with me and those people because, ladies, listen closely. It doesn't take a lot for a man that has a whole lot of money to do a whole lot of shit for you. It takes nothing. He's got a whole lot of money. He can do a whole lot of shit. But when someone is intentional about what they have, right, and sharing that with you, or going out of their way, not going into debt, not faking, not doing some representative shit, but when men who don't have a lot but have enough make it enough for you, that's a lot more important and sustainable and substantial than a motherfucker that got a whole lot. It's nothing for somebody that got a whole lot of money to buy your bag, to take you on a trip, to take you to fancy restaurants. Like, that takes nothing. That takes no effort. That takes no energy. It takes no emotion. It takes no intent. That they can do that in their sleep because they've got it. But when you got a man that works hard for his money, so what I was saying was, when we first started, I said I didn't need somebody that had a whole bunch of money. I take care of myself. I've got money. I do very well for myself. It was more important for me to have a person that had enough for him. I'm going to say something to you guys. I'm like, yep, she did say that. I just wanted a man in my life that had enough for him and could do whatever it was that we wanted to do together. What I don't ever want to be a part of is a motherfucker that got me waiting until the next time he get paid to do something. I don't do that. I'm going to take you out. Next time I get paid, we're going to go to dinner. I'm not doing that one. Because I can take myself to dinner. I can take us to dinner. I could do whatever the fuck. And you're 2 weeks. And that's my choice. And I don't have to defend my choices or explain my choices. But for me, I don't want to be with, like, financial freedom and flexibility is very important to me. If I decide that I want to go on a trip or I want to do, I want to be able to do that without. And then I also said I don't want people that, one, have to like plan out like from 2 weeks to take you to dinner. And I also need someone that has some flexibility in their time. I can't be waiting for you to submit a time off request. Like, what? You counting how many days you got? I used 2 days. I got 3. So in April, I earned 0.5 more hours. I'm not doing that one either. By July, I should have 8.25 hours and we can go away for the weekend. I don't want to do that. And that's my choice. So anyway, so he's none of those things. And there has not been one thing that I wanted to do or go or experience that I presented to him and we couldn't do it. So we're good with that. And everyone knows how much I love flowers, right? I love flowers. I don't know why flowers make me so happy. And I think in our getting to know each other, telephone chat conversations before we actually met in person, I said something about my love for flowers. And on our first date, he showed up with flowers, right? And then every Sunday since then, he's shown up with flowers. So I woke up this morning like a little kid. Oh my God. I woke up this morning so excited it was flower day. I woke up by myself. It's Sunday. It's flower day. And then here, wait a minute. Pretty. I was so excited. It was flower day. Then there was a little tap on the door and there was him coming in and he had flowers in his hand. And I turned around because he scared me. And he said, I was trying to get in here with the flowers without you seeing them. I saw them. I was waiting for them. And how cool is it to be able to wait in expectancy for something and you know it's coming, right? So why would I give a fuck about his shoes? We're going to get a little deeper. So he's all of those things. And we talk. And so I'm not needy or clingy. And I don't like needy, clingy people. So I cannot talk to you all fucking day. I know where you at. You know where I'm at. I don't have to do that. I'm not somebody to stay on the phone. I check in, make sure you're alive. I'm alive. All is well. See you later. Am I going to see you today? No. No is a perfectly good answer for me. Hey, what's up? I'm going to see you today? No, I'm going to do this. I'm hanging out with my boys. He smokes cigars. He goes to all these cigar lounges and all this stuff. He's got friends. He's got no interest. Bye. Bye. Have fun. See you when I see you. That's the perfect relationship for me. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. And then my ass woke up retarded one day and decided I like the man fucking shoes and I ain't going to see him no more. We get into getting out of your own way and allowing ourselves to be cared for. Everyone knows who and what I am and what I do and how many people I help and how many people I show up for and the causes that are near and dear to me. And I'm a giver, right? I'm a giver with my friends, with my family, with the city of Baltimore, to young people, to people in recovery, homeless. If there's a way for me to help people in need, I help. And those of us who are helpers and who are caregivers are the last people to receive help and care from other people. That's one of the reasons why I love Andrea, my producer. Like, she cares for me. Like, this motherfucker will call my old grown ass, ask me that I drink water. Bitch, why are you worried about me drinking water? But she does that kind of thoughtful thing, right? The world knows that I've got $100 Le Labo lotions with an S. That shit costs $100 and you be ashy as fuck. But it smell good. Le Labo, Lelabo. Number 41, number 29, number 33. The lotion's $80. The perfume is $240. They smell good, but you be ashy as fuck. So my favorite thing for my skin costs $3.99. I got a $100 lotion, but because that shit don't work, I use $3.99 fucking lemongrass coconut oil from Trader Joe's. Ain't no Trader Joe in Havre de Grace. And my friend, producer, Andrea, will show up with a bag with 3 fucking bottles in it, and you would think she gave me a 5-carat goddamn ring. That is thoughtful and that is caring. I wear $3.99 all on my body, and Andrea will buy that shit for me, right? And the people who call and text me, my friends that call and text, and did you eat today? Like, that's thoughtful, that's caring. And I allow people to do that for me. And that's my friends. But what I didn't realize is that I get uncomfortable when men care for me. Hey, John Douglas. Stick around. I didn't even realize it. And getting out of my own way is my issue. So this is what we're talking about tonight. I'm very uncomfortable being vulnerable. Ooh. Therapy is a motherfucker. And only you know how your fear of vulnerability presents, right? Because we don't say, oh, I'm scared. Ooh, we don't boo-hoo. Especially if you're strong and smart and professional and educated and traveled and cultured. You've had exposure and experiences. And as the old people say, you got $2 over rent money. You got a couple of dollars. You've been a couple of places. You don't show up and go, I'm so scared. You don't do that shit. You probably bark. You probably buck. Mine shows up as mean. I'm so mean. My fear of vulnerability shows up as me being mean. So I'll find something shallow like your shoes to sabotage because I'm getting in my own way and not allowing someone to care for me, right? So we got dude, and he's very thoughtful, and he's very caring, and a sweetheart. I ain't never been on the quest to find no motherfucking sweetheart. Like, you would think I'm learning, and you guys are learning with me. I absolutely I want an alpha man. I want man to take the lead. Don't ask me shit. Send me a reservation, and I'm gonna show up pretty. That's easy to do. That's easy to do. It is so easy to put on some makeup and put on some pretty, sexy clothes and spray on some goddamn overpriced perfume and some $100 lotion to make you ashy. And smile and nod and pretend everything's okay. That's easy to do. What is difficult to do is to not show up with all that. Not mask how you feel. Allow yourself to be open and vulnerable and soft. It's fucking scary shit to me. And when it happens, when someone shows up loving and caring and nurturing and supportive and encouraging, fuck they want from me. Fuck you doing all that for? You try to get me. I can't let you get me. And I show up mean. So that's what's been happening. And y'all gonna be so proud of me. Hello there, Lisa Pierce. Hello, beautiful. You're gonna be so proud of me. So I like when people get mushy, when men get mushy, I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't talk all that mushy stuff. And don't do that PDA stuff. And don't be all mushy. I know there are women listening to this going, what the fuck is wrong with her? I love that shit. No, it makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me very uncomfortable. I am a Capricorn. I am pop. Let's get down to business. Where is this taking me? What advantage is this for me? What next level shit is this going to present for me? What opportunity will be birthed out of this situation? What are we doing that is going to elevate my life? We're caring. You can't be like this. You can't be so rigid. You can't be so inflexible. You can't be so matter of fact. And on the flip side, I'm open to a relationship. Y'all notice what the fuck I said December 31st, right? I was like, 2023, this is what I said. Manifestation is real. And when you are in the business of manifesting, that shit is going to come. You don't know when it's going to come. What's coming? So I say, and you guys don't know what I'm working on. I do 3, 6, 9 manifestation. And I write 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, whatever it is that I'm manifesting. And in approaching 2023, when I announced to you guys that in 2023, I'm going to be open. Listen to this. That's what I said to you, and you heard me. I'm going to be open to the opportunity of being in a relationship. And I didn't say that in 2022. I was date them all, sis. May the best man win. Next. And what you guys don't know is I typically am saying next and moving on when they get all mushy and shit. You know, me in Philadelphia, our last conversation was him saying to me, Erica, you know that I'm looking for my forever. I don't have a fucking forever conversation. Stop talking about that. I'm in an exclusive relationship with this man for over a year, and every time he talked about forever and I'm like, I'm gonna stay home this weekend. Y'all don't know why the fuck I was saying next. Then, so everyone that has ended because I'm not making myself available for emotional shit. My daughter was like, why are you so mean? I am protecting me. I'm not doing this. I want to have fun. I want to go out, have a good time. And we can go out with each other, have a good time together, and just keep that emotional shit to yourself because I don't want to do that. So what happened when I had to take another look, and you guys take another look, second chance, not settling, I'm the fucking one who's given a second chance. Because as mean as I was, as unresponsive, everything he gave, I was like, I would have told me to kick fucking rocks. And then I used some bullshit on some shoes. Lord help me. We're going to get better. We're going to get better. So I go back. No, I'm welcome back. What does she say? If they're 50 and over, they're looking for a mate that can handle what next for him physically, financially, emotionally. Yep. Leave that right there. So why then do you think I'm talking to 35 and 31? Ta-da! Ain't no 50-year-old men playing with me. These men are going into the next stage of their life. They want to settle down and do all this goofy shit. Ain't that what I call it? And I'm like, girls just want to have fun. Bitch, you 52. You ain't been a girl in 40 years. Calm your old ass down. Buckle up and do some old bitch shit. What do you say? You were the one given the second chance. Understood. But your therapy helped and you both began to communicate honestly. He never had a problem communicating honestly. And Andrea back there shaking her head. He never had a problem communicating honestly. Told me from the break how he felt, what he wanted. And I think I was probably scared to death from the first time when he said all that he wanted to do. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I can do this. And I really wasn't prepared. Right. So anyway, I call him because I miss him. I was like, I really missed him because we were having so much fun together. I like him so much. He paid me so much attention. And he do such sweet things for me. He kissed me on my forehead. He kissed me on my nose. And he makes sure I'm okay. Like today, I was on the phone with my client. I was like, oh, that's him. I'll give you a call back. When I clicked over, all he said was, I'm out and about. Do you need anything? I was like, no. But thank you for calling and asking me. I'm out. I was calling to see if you need anything. Don't nobody be checking for me, right? And that's not somebody that got $1 million goddamn dollars and can do whatever. That is a man out on his free time doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, thinking about your little narrow ass and offering. So I gotta get out of my. Wait a minute. Who want to remind me that I'm married? Who did that? You, Andrea? I don't fuck with y'all. You know what? Get you some friends that when you share your shit with them, that they don't throw it in your face. Look, me and that were cool. Anyway, so he's gone. How long, Andrea? How long was I not talking to him? About 3 days? 2 days? 2 days. I broke up with him for 2 days. And I called him back. And you know me. I called him like, ain't nothing happened. Hey. What you doing? He's like, what the fuck you want? I was like, I miss you. And he missed me too. Right? So we had the conversation. We know that I'm crazy. We know. He knows I'm nuts. I know I'm nuts. My psychiatrist knows I'm nuts. My therapist knows I'm nuts. And we all in this together. And so we have this conversation. And I'm trying. I'm trying. And it might be the first time ever. It might be the first time ever. It's very rarely that. So everything that I've pursued or every relationship that I've been part of had some superficial material or physical thing that was the priority. And this may be the first time ever where it is me allowing someone to care for me is now taking precedent over everything else. So I've been, and it's work. It's not, I literally have to think and play through in my head what I'm going to say before it comes out of my mouth. It's work. What did John Douglas say? Are we still on Data Mall train? Or this new guy look like this is my stop where I get off? We're still on the Date 'em All Sis train, right? Because we're single until we're not. We're dating, even if you're married. I say this in my column for the Afro. My column is single in the city. However, it's not exclusive to single people because I believe if you're married, one of the things that we forget to do is to continue to date each other. If you are in an exclusive relationship, sometimes creativity and new ideas and the freshness leaves. So I'm still on the Date 'em All Sis train, dating him, right? And what I'll share with you is, this process, right? And what I've learned and what I'm experiencing and how it evolves or not. We may very well see that I fucking kill it, right? Because what I'm saying to you is this ain't been an easy week. I'm really being it. Yeah, I'm undoing and unlearning some things I've done for a very long time. Hey, Tony. And I must say that you guys have, like, even if you haven't watched the show and you just follow me on social media, I've had some amazing dating experiences. I've had amazing dates. I've been to amazing locations. I've gotten great gifts, wonderful food. Like I date, right? And yesterday was one of my all-time best dating experiences. And I don't know why. Like I woke up today like, oh, life is wonderful. And it wasn't anything so profound. On Thursday, yesterday was Saturday. So on Friday we were talking, and I said to him, "Can we go out to dinner tomorrow?" He said, "Sure." And I'm telling you, they ain't gotta be wealthy. I just need you to be able to say yes when I ask you, "Can we go out to dinner?" Or can we take a long drive next weekend? Can we spend a night at a Airbnb? Like that doesn't need to be something profound. It needs to be accessible, right? And intentional. And it needs to be with someone who is invested in emotionally with effort and energy to like be your person, right? So on Friday, I said, "Can we go out to dinner tomorrow?" He says, "Yes." And I said, "Oh, where?" And he says, "I'll handle it." And I love that shit. I love that shit. Tell me you gonna fucking handle it, baby. I don't want to handle nothing for real, right? I handle so much in my goddamn professional life and my personal life and all this bullshit still in this goddamn hotel. Like, I really need to get out of my own way and allow somebody to care for me. So he says, I'll touch base with you sometime tomorrow with details, right? So he sends me a text message earlier in the day, and he says, it's restaurant week. Do you want to have dinner here or in DC? Fellas, if you are listening, he's not doing a magic trick. He's been intentional, right? He's putting forth effort. He says, do you want to go to DC? You want to be here or DC? I'm going to say, okay, that's not exactly what was said. He said, it's restaurant. This is 11 o'clock in the morning on the day that he's supposed to take me to a date when they pour into you. Absolutely. It's restaurant week here, or would you like to go to DC? I said, I've never done DC restaurant week, right? And he says, okay. Then I said to him, we can stay here. I'm going wherever you take me. And he says, I prefer DC. I said, okay, me too. I'm excited. That was at 12:30. He doesn't like to tell me where we're going because he doesn't like for me to, and this is what I do. And no one's ever stopped me from doing it. No one even noticed that I did this. He doesn't tell me where we're going because I will pull up the menu and I know what I'm going to eat. I'm Capricorn, fear of vulnerability, gotta be in control, no surprises, fear, right? So he never tells me where we're going. And I'm okay. I'm learning how to be okay with that. I always pull up the menu and decide what I'm going to drink, what I'm going to eat, everything. So he doesn't do that. He doesn't tell me where we're going. All I know is we're going to DC. This man calls me. He was at work yesterday. He says, I'll be home by 6. He called me around 6 and he wasn't home yet. But then a little while after says, on my way home, I will be at your hotel to pick you up by 7:30. You know what my next text message is from that man? Oh, when I said, okay, me too, I'm excited. He said, I'm excited too. And I sent him a picture of what I had on yesterday. And he says, you're beautiful, babe. I like that hat. It's very complimentary too. Do you take him on dates? I haven't yet. Or have I? Here's my date to the governor's ball. So when I sent him the picture, I said, I'm leaving this on. I look cute today, comfortable, and it's enough for dinner too. So I got dressed early and I had other things to do, but I dressed so I could also be okay for dinner. And he says, oh, absolutely. I'm having trouble finding a restaurant that I want to go to. They're all booked. We may have to sit at the bar. Then I call him, and he calls and he says he's ready. And I get a text at 7:28 because he said he's going to be here to pick me up. At 7:28, he texts 2 minutes to spare. I'm at valet. Right? Motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you will make up excuses why they can't take you. They will give you reasons why they're late. So what we have to do is give ourselves a break. Like, I think, one, I'm done with the whole type stuff. But ladies, when you look at your list and when you look at the must-haves and what you're requiring of the person that you want to be found by or date or whatever the fuck, how rigid are you? How inflexible are you? Well, how much wiggle room are you giving yourself? Spontaneity never fails as long as you end up in good places. So pick me up at 7:30, and because he had made reservation, he finally did find a reservation for somewhere. We had a 9 o'clock reservation in DC. So we parking, like totally prepared. Pick me up at 7:30 for a 9 o'clock reservation in DC. That means we got time for traffic. We got time to not find a parking spot. We got time to walk. And so we went to dinner, and dinner was good. And dinner was good just because our company, the restaurant was nice. the food was just okay. I had lamb chops, asked them to be medium. They were well. So the food was just okay. But the day was, before I started describing or telling you about this date, I told you that it was by far like one of my best date nights ever. And now I'm telling you that the food was just okay. So it's not about the place. It's about the company. So then he says, I've never been to MGM Casino. I've been to every casino. I've never been to MGM. And so he asked if I wanted, because we had talked about going to MGM before. And I was like, sure, I've never been down there. So we were going to MGM. No, we went to MGM, but it was a fucking madhouse down there. It was so many cars going and trying to park. And he finally said, we never even parked. It was just a mess trying to get in there. And he says, you want to smoke hookah? I always want to smoke hookah. So he said that there was somewhere down there that was a cigar lounge and a hookah lounge. And in Baltimore, I'm yet to find one. Like the past 3 dudes that I dated smoke cigars, but hookah and cigar can't be in the same place in Baltimore. But in DC, there was a club, bar, great drinks. There's a number, it's like 1830 something. I don't remember the place. But we went there and we had drinks and he smoked a cigar and I had hookah. We laughed. We had so much fun. And then we were going to go to Horseshoe on the way home, but he had bet me about drinking my last drink and I lost. And we came home. Like we came back here. Time is 9:22. Cool. But it's such a great night. It was such a great night. And the night was capped by me apologizing for being mean and for me explaining to him why I was mean, because mean is how my fear manifests. And for me to be vulnerable enough to say to him, I'm not just being mean, I'm being afraid. And when I'm afraid, I don't know how to say I'm afraid, I'm mean. So we had a great conversation last night. And so much so, I understand that I am not the one who gave a second chance. I was given a second chance. And I am willing to explore, learn, discover, keep going until whatever. And again, I'm the person that tells you that I don't date with expectation, right? Hey there, Carol Copeland. I think when we go in with expectations of how this is going to turn out or how this is going to be, how we're going to be, we set ourselves up for either failure or disappointment. So I don't suggest that anyone goes into new dating experiences with expectations other than being respected, having fun, there being good chemistry, there being good energy, like those things that are going to organically happen anyway. But if you're planning, we're going to be married with 5 kids and get a big house, like don't do that to yourself. When you go on dates, it's just a fucking date. And we're just dating until until the both of you have decided that it's something more than that. And even if it's something more than that, if you've decided you're dating exclusively, you're still just dating. And to keep it as light and as fresh and as organic as possible. Mine too. I found out in therapy. Yep. I think for a lot of us Black women who have, been taught to take care of ourselves, to be independent, to be assertive. And I want to really work hard on assertive versus aggressive, right? I want to be very intentional about catching myself, catching me coming, right? When I see me and Erica showing up, I want to be, very intentional about, whoa, why are we doing this? Why are we saying this? Why are we acting this way? And when I do catch myself, being able to be mature and vulnerable enough, like I was yesterday, to tell him why. And it doesn't necessarily have to be him. I do also believe that we learn things about ourselves in relationships, sometimes it's not for that relationship. Sometimes we're just getting better. So the next go around, we don't fuck up the way that we did before. But I'm good. I'm cool. I feel so much better with the honesty versus the charade, right? I don't have to play tough or act tough when, for real, I just want you to give me a kiss right here, give me a kiss right here, tell me everything gonna be okay, right? I really do just want you to call me and ask me, do I need anything? I really do want to wake up every Sunday morning like, it's flower day, right? And I think we all deserve everything that we want. But it isn't necessarily, ladies, going to come in a type. It's not going to come wrapped in the package that you fantasize about. We have to be open that whoever it is has all of the stuff that we failed to list, right? When you look at your list of your must-haves, it's got stuff like a job and a car and a passport and college education. All the shit that if you're in a hotel for 6 months, doesn't fucking matter. If you can't go home, him having a passport doesn't fucking matter. What matters is he's out and he calls you and asks, is there something you need? Because I'm fucking displaced like a motherfucker right now. I am out of sorts. I was looking for matching earrings and a fucking shoebox. My jewelry's in a shoebox. I don't know how the fuck that makes you feel. And I didn't find none. I got a fucking t-shirt on with a fucking, what the fuck do I have on? Where did the shirt even come from? I need a motherfucker to call me, ask me am I okay? So I can say, no, I got a fucking alien t-shirt and I don't know where it fucking came from. And I can't find my earrings. But I got flowers. So, get out of your own way. Right? If you're experiencing challenges and obstacles on this pathway of singleness and looking for a partner and wanting to be in a relationship, if you keep experiencing obstacles and challenges, consider for a moment that you're the one creating them. Give yourself some grace. Every day not gonna be a great goddamn day. And I might come back Wednesday and be like, I don't fucking like him. And I need y'all to check on me. Erica, why? Is your reason real? Or are you afraid? And if you're afraid, why are you so scared to admit that it's okay for someone to care for you? It's okay for someone to care for you. And it's okay for somebody to care for you. And it's okay for someone to care for you. Get out of your own way. Check your list. Be like Santa Claus. Check it twice. I know where there's some wiggle room. And all that shit that you say is non-negotiable and you won't compromise. I challenge you to compromise in one of those check marks. But maybe they don't have to have this. Open the playing field. Give yourself more options. And an open playing field and more options doesn't mean anything if you showing up as some angry, hard bitch that want to fight. Because all of them want a safe place to land. A safe, soft place to land. So let's work on being that safe, soft place. Awesome segment. Great show. I'm doing the best I can. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next Sunday at 8:30. Em All Sis. May the best man win.